For years, fighters walked into the ring convinced they could intimidate David Benavidez.
Guys, gentlemen, come on, guys. Hey, relax, guys. Relax, guys.
But inside the ropes, those theories usually fall apart.
He's got to be moving. He's got to use his legs.
Oh, big right by Benavidez.
That's it.
Some even predicted a knockout,
I can get in there and knock him out the first round. Is he the best guy I fought? No.
only to suffer that embarrassing fate themselves.
Threat just right now, just getting battered by David Benavidez. I got him up. He's not.
That will do it.
They mistook his relentless volume for a lack of power.
In front of you, I'm not some blown up 154-pounder. I'm not a 160-pounder blown up with a 2-week notice. I'm the real deal.
They were badly mistaken.
This is shocking, although he lands that left. And it's so obvious. Double left hook from Benavidez.
Because behind that constant output is real violence, and every punch thrown with nasty intentions, like the next few times when David Benavidez absolutely destroyed Cocky Rats. Dirrell Love had never been shy about believing in himself.
And you go ahead and do that tough boy shit, that whack ass shit. I guess they do that in Arizona. I don't know.
Yeah, and then from where you from, they go to sleep where you from.
Man, stop it.
And boys go to sleep out there. Huh?
At the end of the day, I'm right here though.
Confidence was part of his brand, and sometimes it spilled over into outright swagger.
The kid has done his thing. You know, you can't knock him. But fuck, I ain't no bum either. And I'm here, and I train my ass off, and I'm ready to fight, and I'm looking for the knockout just as anybody else is. And so that's what we're gonna do, and that's how I know this is gonna make for a great fight.
I mean, if Porky Medina puts you to sleep, what you think I'm gonna do to you?
You ain't even punching like that, relax.
Training for years in the Mayweather Boxing Club had shaped that attitude. After all, it's a gym built on bravado and sharp words, and Love carried that same energy. He didn't try to be subtle about it either, and he spoke like a man convinced the stage belonged to him.
Be here. Wait a minute, gentlemen. Hey, guys. No, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Gentlemen, come on, guys. Hey, relax, guys.
But the man across the ring had his own story unfolding. David Benavidez was only 22, yet he was already fighting with something to prove. In 2018, he'd lost his World Boxing Council super middleweight title outside the ring. The belt was gone, the headlines were harsh, and suddenly the young champion had critics waiting to see if he would crumble. This fight was his chance to remind everyone exactly who he was.
The fact that he's got so many knockouts on his record, that means he's a serious heavy puncher.
Yeah, he is. He's got, 20 fights right now.
Benavidez fighting for the first time in over a year in his last battle. Love at 24-2-1, 13 by a knockout.
He's already taken the fight to Benavidez, and he's paying a little price for it. He got hit with the right hand and a couple of hooks along the way. He has a tendency, Dirrell Love, to drop that left hand, and that will not be smart against him. You can just hear that power off that little right hand of the body. Benavidez is something of a wonder kid. You know, he turned pro at 7, world champion. It just doesn't go like that normally, you know.
Still only 22, matched up against the 31-year-old J. Leon Love, a Michigan native who now lives in Las Vegas.
Now you notice Benavidez really isn't using his reach advantage. He's just kind of the earmuffs on right there, keeps the elbows in. He's looking to counterpunch because sometimes when you're in there against a guy like you want to be close so you can touch him back after he touches you like that. Play a little bit of a counterpuncher role here. See, right off of that, let's see, he's going to go. And that's the game he's playing right now. And
Leon Love is throwing some good body punches. That's what he needs to do. He's not getting, especially being in there with a tall guy.
Yeah, he's very slick. Oh, let me tell you, he's still buzzed.
Big left by Benavidez.
Is really cool right now. He's just tracking Dirrell Love, and he's hurting him with a right hand, another right hand, another right hand.
Leon Love needs to bring his hands up and his head up.
Well,
so big flurry by Benavidez here in the final minute of round 1.
Dirrell's least of his problems right now. Benavidez isn't going after him. He's still hurt. There.
Benavidez, it's okay for him to take his time because he's still in punching distance.
And Dirrell is one tough cookie.
And here we're going to see the amazing reach by Benavidez with that right hand over the top. And here he comes with that big left hook. Love never seen that. Here's a combo. Still kind of dazed.
So a great start for 22-year-old David Benavidez from Phoenix, Arizona. Unbeaten in 20 pro bouts. Stewart used to take him to big fights, guys, as a reward for performing well as an amateur.
He's got a lot of skills. I just think he engaged too early with Benavidez. He should use some of those skills. Use his legs, stay away from the big punches, and see if he can slow Benavidez down.
Not getting out far enough because Benavidez has long arms and he's catching him on the way in and out.
Well, this is his problem, sitting on the ropes here. Jay Leon has got to be moving. He's got to use his legs.
Oh, big right by Benavidez.
That's it.
But it is David Benavidez who maintains his unbeaten record now.
It just made him more hungrier.
You're right.
Like he said, he was sitting back in the background and he was like watching all these people get tired.
He is still undefeated. El Bandera Roja.
Punches per minute here in Arlington.
Anthony Dirrell has never built his career on silence. Speaking his mind was part of the package, and by the time this fight came around, he had plenty to say.
Do you think you can knock out David Benavidez?
Oh, for sure. He got hurt with a jab and dropped with a jab.
He stepped through the ropes as the WBC super middleweight champion, the man now wearing the belt David Benavidez once held. After Benavidez lost that title outside the ring, the championship had found its way to Dirrell's waist, and he wasn't planning on giving it up easily. Dirrell believed the difference would come down to experience.
You gotta visualize. You gotta visualize. I'm gonna knock him out. Easy. I'll knock him out.
He'd been through wars, shared the ring with elite fighters, and in his mind, the younger man across from him was about to discover what championship-level pressure really felt like. But Benavidez wasn't walking empty-handed either. For him, this fight carried a different kind of weight. The title on the line wasn't just another belt, it was something he felt had been taken away before he could lose it in a fight. So while Dirrell had the champion's confidence, Benavidez had a point to prove. And when a champion with pride meets a challenger chasing redemption, the result can get explosive very quickly.
Belt back. Unification bout in the well.
Trying to feel out each other with the jab.
Dirrell and Benavidez.
Put themselves in harm's way. So look how big he looks. 7-inch reach compared to a 7-inch.
It seemed like he's far away, but he stands tall. But when he throws his punch,
that's a nice little spread right there. See, look at that quick left hook right off that right hand. Thing he's doing right now. See, a little bit of a challenge for Dirrell.
He needs to hold his ground a little bit.
Maybe
he does on that feint. Yes.
Dirrell, because, he landed a few jabs, but this round he is. He felt what he wanted to feel.
A little bit of pressure.
He was, but it's called a lot of action didn't take place. If I was in the...
Yeah, they both have an arrogance and they're bringing it into the ring right now.
But I would expect him now.
I didn't think so.
And if my opponent was talking about this, I'm not hitting him.
Dirrell is doing the right thing on the inside when it does get close.
Where he wants him. Once he gets him in the corner, Benavidez,
and it does get stuck right here.
He's in the situation.
Down to 15 seconds remaining in round 2.
Don't do that. Don't lose your concentration. Dirrell kind of did what he wants. He walked what he wants to do right now, and Benavidez is on Benavidez' hands while he's jabbing. It's a good point. Benavidez to drop his hands to counter like that right there. There it is. That's
Dirrell, when he throws his right hand, he winds again. First punches, sharp punches by Benavidez.
Great jabs by Benavidez. His right hand fell short 2 or 3 times. Benavidez, see,
really smothering himself. He's smothering his own punches.
Over to Heidi Andro. Heidi.
No, this is just the beginning. I told him to fight. He's setting up everything. This is
in the corner of Anthony Dirrell.
Smart for Dirrell to keep walking. You don't have
It's been tit for tat. Very tactical fight.
Benavidez wants to do this, and I don't like Dirrell driving on the inside, and they both shook hands. This a lot. Now, says they broke. But there's Dirrell now.
Has Benavidez up against the ropes.
Benavidez up against the ropes. He's kind of smothering his shot.
I think it's a good fight. I think maybe just go to the body again too. See, like right now, see? That's what we got to do.
Stiff-legged move there after he got hit.
That body, we got to attack that body.
Thank you so much, Kenny.
I'm not too sure that right hand did.
Point. Round 5 scheduled. David Benavidez hoping to win back the belt. Florian.
His hands up and in good.
But the problem is
punches from Benavidez.
With some good punches by keeping your hands up and in.
Time winding down in round 5.
But he's just coming in too tall. You know, when you're in the corner, Kenny, that's where both corners should be right now, anybody in this fight, and to make a big impression on the judges. So, you know, and not just coming in so tall.
Benavidez.
Like I said earlier, like his dad came in, you know, you got to take chances at this point.
just to steal that round. You got to steal these rounds right now.
These rounds have been really, really close in way.
And make sure your opponent doesn't score those points back.
It's been effective. He's doing good this round.
You'd make a good corner man, I think.
Because they could get the attention of the judges.
Coming down under the right eye of Anthony Dirrell.
It's opened up from those left hooks from where the bleeding. They'll have the right medicine.
Benavidez is looking at it. He smiled at it at the end of the round.
And if it starts bleeding, that's
round 7, scheduled for 12. And the former champ, David Benavidez.
It would be Benavidez the winner. That's right.
That's the point. You can tell Dirrell's being...
Blood continues to drip down onto the right eye of Anthony Dirrell.
Smelling blood right now, and he's really going after Dirrell.
Anthony Dirrell, protect that eye.
Stop because
that's
of
right. That's
you
right.
know, so they're gonna put their bravery in there. These last minutes.
Dirrell said he wants to keep going, and here he comes.
A couple good punches, one of them straight low. Hand of Benavidez, whether it be a hook or a jab. He's up on the inside there, and outside. Boy, what a tough guy Dirrell is. He's got heart. See, look at that, those short left hooks, leadings. He's really working Dirrell over right now.
Like a motorcycle accident. We mentioned the cuts.
Liver shot by Benavidez right there. He's really starting to open up on him.
Yeah, but he's only counting one punch. He should be counting one.
Defending himself.
And blood continuing to...
Great liver shot and a right hand. This is going to end any second.
Hanging on a thread just right now, just getting battered by David Benavidez.
That will do it!
David Benavidez's rivalry with Caleb Plant wasn't the typical boxing beef built on promotion and trash talk. This one had real heat behind it. The tension exploded the day Caleb Plant slapped David's brother, Jose Benavidez Jr., and what might have looked like a quick moment of disrespect turned into gasoline on a fire that had already been building.
So anyways, March 25th, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be in shape, I'm gonna be on weight, I ain't gonna be on cocaine, and I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Yeah, show up.
From that point on, the fight felt inevitable.
In front of you. I'm not some blown up 154 pounder. I'm not a 160 pounder blown up with a 2-week notice. I'm the real deal. And you're gonna find out on Saturday, I promise you that.
By the time they finally met in the ring, Benavidez had become impossible to overlook. 6 consecutive stoppage victories had pushed him into the spotlight, turning him into one of the most dangerous men in the division. A showdown with Canelo Alvarez still wasn't materializing, so Benavidez created his own moment. Instead of waiting for opportunities, he headlined his own pay-per-view against the one opponent he clearly wanted most. It wasn't just another defense or contender bout, it was personal, and it was his chance to show the world exactly why they call him the Mexican Monster.
feet. Off the rope. Off the rope. Try to line you up on right hand. Off the rope. Take him around the world. Take him around the world. Take him around the world. 20 seconds. Know what we're talking about. Keep fighting.
Body shot, keep working that fucking body, breaking his ass down.
Baby, keep closing in. Lo está haciendo bien, lo está haciendo bien. Ya no puedes tirar tanto, ya estamos cansados, pero no te quedes muy parado, ¿ok? Trata de usarme el jab, ya dentro, cuando estés adentro, trata de tirar los ojos.
super middleweight world champion.
David Morrell was one of the sport's fastest rising threats, an unbeaten Cuban southpaw who let his performances do most of the talking. But once his name started getting linked to David Benavidez, that quiet confidence slowly shifted into something louder. What had been a steady climb suddenly carried an edge of rivalry. As fight week approached, the tension between two men both claiming to represent the division's future started boiling over.
Like what? Because you're calling him RoboCop. Why are you calling him like that?
That's it. Hand no can move, you know, hand no got nothing.
Morrell didn't hesitate to poke at Benavidez whenever he had the chance, turning the usually reserved contender into someone openly challenging the Mexican monster. In Morrell's mind, this was the perfect moment to crash Benavidez's rise and place himself at the center of the light heavyweight picture. But ambition and readiness aren't always the same thing, and Morrell would realize it the moment he'd enter the ring.
And Morrell ready to do the same. Shot at undisputed light heavyweight glory goes to the victor. This is the relentless powerhouse that is David Benavidez, the Cuban sharpshooter with ruthless precision.
There's something that Benavidez does well is adjusting to any style. His last fight.
Nice combination already by Benavidez, known for putting together multiple punch combinations. Has been absorbed strong in the second half, but Morrell has an opportunity here in the early going to bank some rounds with that Cuban boxing pedigree.
In theory, when Benavidez makes that adjustment mid-fight, it hasn't gone well for his opponents.
Well, Morrell already throwing twice as many punches as Benavidez here in the first. Ready after utilizing that footwork, the body changing levels, good defense, and there's that body shot from Benavidez.
Really good defense from the guard, moving to the side, angles.
And of course, Benavidez already also known for his underrated defense, loves to be in close square off that high guard, but now Benavidez sitting down in his... But Morrell also showcasing what brought him to the gas, right there.
The counter shot with his back to the road.
Pedigree, the slick footwork, the jabs, the sweet sights. He brings all of that and explosion.
Benavidez already took a couple of left hands, but...
Morrell goes to the body with the left hand and turns and uses the angle. Benavidez, the plodding footwork, but again, shows him well in his strategy. And there, uppercut by Benavidez on the inside.
Yeah, definitely.
Chopping right hand that misses for Benavidez.
I'll tell you what, Morrell might have the quicker feet, the slicker boxer, but he's standing in front of Benavidez and he's willing to trade.
From David Benavidez, a highly effective weapon. We just saw him split Morrell's guard, backing Morrell up to the ropes. Nice right hook behind, curls it behind the guard of Morrell. Now Morrell's turn to fight back. Kalanji's last fight. I mean, David Morrell is 11-0 with 9 KOs for a reason.
It's hard to remember any single rounds he's lost. He's been so dominant.
And what a great effort by both fighters here. World-class.
Both fighters really starting to establish already what they do well in there as Benavidez corners Morrell. And look at Morrell fight his way out of the corner. That could be an early sign that he's here to stand his ground.
No, he definitely is. And again, good defense right there from Benavidez again. He pulled straight back in with the high guard.
This is round 3, scheduled for 12. The winner puts himself in the pole position to face the victor of the rematch between Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol for the undisputed light heavyweight championship. Benavidez feels Bivol did enough to win the first fight. He picks him to win the rematch. And now here Benavidez and Morrell just missing with that right uppercut. Morrell needs to be careful with the showmanship, the gamesmanship. First major main event of the new calendar year, and Benavidez and Morrell already delivering. Benavidez saying, bring it on, let's go!
Yeah, waited a little bit too long there, but now here comes David Benavidez.
Here comes the combinations of Benavidez.
Punches, but again, both of them trying.
Now, imagine if this happened on a monthly basis in the sport of boxing, where we would be, and you know what? Not all fighters, and you could count, is also a key weapon for Benavidez.
Believe everything's a key weapon for Benavidez, no doubt.
Look at this action in the corner.
Ooh, wow! What a left hand by Morrell, and here comes Benavidez. The light heavyweight division throughout history has been the scene of some of the most intense rivalries, some of the biggest grudge matches. Benavidez and Morrell already.
I wonder how long Morrell can keep up fighting Benavidez' fight in close range against the ropes.
Left hook to the body by Benavidez. The jab from the southpaw, uppercut on the inside by Morrell. They're taking turns. Give and take, the ebb and flow of a high-level boxing main event.
Talk about breaking down a fighter.
And this is what he does. He brings the pressure, systematically breaks him down, but Morrell's still there.
He made sure he's not going to actively give away rounds.
The head movement, the upper body movement, sitting down with the left hook. David Benavidez.
Yeah, he listened to the corner. They told him about the head movement. High guard, get in there.
Clipped. He did get clipped. And now Morrell trying to fight back. Benavidez, though.
Benavidez is not going to hold. He's going to fight through it.
Unbelievable. He got clipped. Morrell now going in, and he's got him rattled again.
Morrell's doing what he said he would do. Punch for punch.
Benavidez down once in his career. Morrell has him on the ropes. Time is going to run out, but drama here in the fourth, and here comes fourth round. Both fighters landing their fight
on the verge of succumbing to the pressure of Benavidez. Explosive counter shots from a weird angle.
And now Benavidez on the ropes again. You don't want to be, and there's a nice counter left hook upstairs by Benavidez, goes downstairs, rips a left to the body.
Benavidez was in trouble on the ropes. Nope. He caught that punch, catch, and shoot. Here it is. Perfectly timed for David Benavidez.
So far, so good, although he certainly has to be careful against a bully like the Monster.
Yeah, and he just got popped with the left hand, and Morrell now along the ropes leads with the left, and there's Benavidez leading to the body with the left. Nice right hand, another right to the body by Benavidez, and he is doubled up. Total connects to the body, outlanding Morrell to the flanks 2-1.
That body shot hurt David Morrell. Definitely did.
Not to mention that short right hand in close range. These two Davids are already giving us our two favorite things, ebbs and flows in this boxing match. They're taking turns getting off their shots, but right now Benavidez succeeding at putting Morrell in the corner.
And as a big Andre Ward guy, got to bring up Sergey Kovalev versus Andre Ward as part of that.
And what true champions do, they get off the deck and handle their business.
This is round number 6. Morrell again on the back foot, more than we have ever seen him thus far in his career against the guy who is known for relentless pressure. I guess it shouldn't come as too much of a surprise, although maybe we'd like to see more of Morrell's footwork. Using the angles to escape out of the line of fire he is stuck in right now.
Yeah, but still so dangerous. Morrell on his back foot. As we know, he's got great timing. You get time Benavidez coming in or opening.
How much bullying, though, can Morrell deal with? That's going to be the equation he's going to have to watch closely, especially if he's going to allow Benavidez to operate at this space.
Benavidez continues to attack the body with relish. And has Morrell now with that high peekaboo guard. Morrell not throwing back and gets clipped with the left hook. The guard proving to be porous. That left uppercut rattled Morrell. Backs him up. And there's another left uppercut. David Benavidez putting on a clinic, and Morrell needs to find a way to slow Benavidez down. Now Morrell fighting back. Incredible stuff. And they are all in, my friends. Under a minute left in the 6th. Oh, the uppercut. Morrell changing levers.
It's good scouting from Benavidez' team right there.
Oh, another uppercut.
Knowing Morrell often changes levels, will dip down to explode.
Thank you. Good timing there, but man, Morrell, like Abner said, beginning to push Benavidez back a bit, but Benavidez throwing those uppercuts and landing and missing with that left hook to the body.
Yeah, he's going to entertain you with those uppercuts, and believe it or not, sooner or later he's going to switch it to a hook.
Morrell, beautiful bobbing and weaving, lands that lead right hook, curls it around the guard of Benavidez. Benavidez again with the lead right hand to the body. Final 10 seconds of the first half of what has been a terrific matchup as we expected again. Benavidez unloading uppercuts. Morrell backpedaling.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
So those were the moments when David Benavidez stepped into the ring and made some very confident opponents regret all that pre-fight bravado. Time and again, fighters talked big, believed they had the answer, and walked in convinced they could derail the Mexican monster. But once the punches started flying, Benavidez did what he does best: break them down. If you want to see more moments where big talk gets brutally exposed, along with the best boxing highlights and fight stories, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one.